let's show you another room of the house. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Lize. I'm a Disney Plush collector from the UK, and back in March my fiance Joe and I bought our very first house. I also want it to be our last house, but that's a whole other conversation. So I have been showing you room by room how we have decorated, or just where my plush have gone basically. And I'm doing something different with this video because I'm putting together two rooms. So I started with the more boring rooms. I showed you the bathroom, I showed you the kitchen, and then I showed you some more exciting ones like the living room and the bedroom. But now what I've got left is two more bedrooms and the hallway and the utility room. So I decided to put the hallway and the utility together because they're just non-rooms. The hallway is a non-room, it's just 2 floors of the hallway, and then the utility is where I do the washing, so a little bit boring, so I thought I would put them together for you. I don't know whether this will end up being a short video, a long video, but I'm going to do the hallway first and then the utility. And then when I'm editing this, I'll probably regret putting them both together, but I think it's a good decision because I personally wouldn't watch a video of one or the other, so putting them together might make it more bearable. There's going to be chapters in the description anyway, so if you're only bothered about the one room, feel free to watch that and then click out. I won't be offended, I don't even check. So like I said, we're going to start with the hallway. The before footage I show you for both came from the empty house tour. If you didn't see that, I'll leave a card up above. I'm reusing the footage for every video because it just makes it easier for me. And then obviously I show you what we've done and then I show you the after. So here is the before of the hallway. So one of the first things we did when we got the house was we set up Virgin Media coming over to install our Wi-Fi. I was at work that day, so Joe went to the house because we hadn't moved in yet, because obviously I can't work from home until we've got the internet. So Joe stayed there for the day while he came and he had to install it in the hallway. I thought we were going to have it in the living room, but actually it's kind of helped because in my office where I am now, the Wi-Fi doesn't even stretch this far, and that's with it being in the hallway. So if it was in the living room, it would have been even worse and it would have impacted the bathroom. But I can watch Taylor Swift live streams in the bathroom, no problem. So because it was just on the floor in the hallway, I really wanted it to have a little table. So I went to B&M, just picked up a very small end table and built it. It's also where the post goes when we've got a lot of post, and there's a lint roller there if my coat is covered in dog hairs or something. So I built that before we'd even moved in really. And then before we moved in, I did a moving day vlog, and if you didn't see that, I will leave a card up above, where we got the furniture from my house moved, my mum and dad's house. So the wardrobe in my bedroom went into the hallway and we now use it for coats and shoes. My dad did some odd jobs around the house for me as well. He's got a few left to do, but the hallway things are done. So he resealed the front door for me and he also installed our Ring doorbell. And then my little shoe organiser that was outside my bedroom at mum and dad's is now next to the wardrobe for our shoes. So I have half of it, Joe has half of it, and then shoes that we don't use as much are in the bottom of the wardrobe. The rug from my bedroom is now in the hallway, and my dad also installed a stairgate because Stitch struggles with upstairs. So in my mum and dad's house, he didn't go upstairs very often because when he did, he would mess up there. We don't know why. We assume that because he was a stray, he wasn't used to 2-story buildings and they spooked him, so he would always mess. And he started going upstairs at mum and dad's a few months before I moved out, so I thought he would be okay here, but all of the times he's been upstairs he's messed, so he's just kept downstairs at the minute, but we're working up towards him being able to go upstairs again. But it seems that it's a process that you have to restart whenever he lives somewhere else, which we're completely fine with, and he is happy. He doesn't try to go upstairs. It's more for his safety than anything, because I wouldn't want him to go upstairs and have a door shut behind him and have him locked away accidentally. And then my mum bought us a sign from the Dunelm Winnie the Pooh range. I really wanted this, and I knew where I wanted it to go. Above our radiator in the hallway there's just space, blank space. I had toyed with the idea of having a mirror there, but I found a better place for the mirror to go. So this place was kind of earmarked as the place for this sign. So me and Joe put it up one day, and it says, "A day spent with you is my favourite day." And then I think that's it for the downstairs part of the hallway. So now up to the upstairs landing and back to my mum and dad's house, because I was packing up one of my bookcases to come over. So this bookcase always holds my Disney books. It was in the corner just under my Walt collection, and it's a much thinner bookshelf than the other bookshelves that I've got around the house, so it doesn't look good next to them. It looks better on its own. So I wanted to put it just next to our bathroom, and it has the exact same books that it had on before. And then I wanted to put some artwork up. So you won't know this yet because I haven't shown you my office, but there's a patch of wall in my office that doesn't take command strips. So I put a Walt picture up, and it fell down in the night and it broke the glass and it broke the frame. So I got a new frame, the exact same one, and decided that I would put it up in the hallway because the wall is different. It's to do with the texture of the paint. Command strips like to be on a smooth surface, but I did have all of my wall pictures kind of earmarked for that piece of wall, so it was very disappointing. So we've put it above the bookshelf. Yeah, cover that pin. That's a good idea. One of three. And we left it a few days before I put the other piece of artwork around it, because obviously I didn't want to waste more command strips if it wasn't going to hold. So I've put up my little Mickey Mouse sign and also the 3 postcards that I got from Walt Disney World the one time I went. So that is pretty much everything that we've done to the hallway. There's not really anything else I would like to do really down there. I'd like some better storage underneath the stairs, but whenever I see these videos on TikTok, it's usually like a really capable carpenter. They usually build for a living and they make these like inset drawers and things, and I'm just not handy enough for stuff like that. If it's not a flat pack with clear instructions, I don't know what I'm doing. So at the moment it's just where the suitcases live. So just as a recap, this is the before of the hallway and the landing. And here is the after. I'm really happy with how it looks. I would like some extra artwork. I've also been looking into having a sign that says lizeindisney for over my office, but I haven't found any that I like yet, so I'm just putting a pin in that. But this is as finished as it's going to be for the foreseeable future, so I wanted to show it to you. So now we're going to go on to the utility. This stretches from the front to the back of the house. It's quite a big room. It also has our downstairs toilet in, but I haven't really done much with it, which you will see. So this is what it looked like before. The first thing we did was get our washing machine and get it plumbed in. The man who plumbed it in from AO didn't install it correctly, so when we had the plumber around to look at our radiators, he fixed that for us. And I also got some Dimper laundry bags from IKEA. I really wanted these. So it's 3 bags that are attached together with poppers, and then they've each got a little slot with a piece of paper in. So my mum did me these lights, colours and darks. And we've got a really little basket that we put our washing in upstairs, and then it just comes down, goes into those, and when one of them is full, I do a wash. It's just as simple as that. I did used to have a ladder shelf next to the washing machine, but it wouldn't fit the birdseed on. A lot of things were too short for it, so I just gave up with that. So I decided to take the drawers that were inside the kitchen cupboard out of there and put it next to the washing machine, because to be honest, it had the washing machine pods in anyway, so it made sense to be next to the washing machine. Also got a collapsible laundry basket, which I love, and a spotted ironing board, which I will be honest, I have used once, because I've been less inclined to wear my work blouses that need ironing after washing since I've learnt how to iron and found out that I don't like it, so I wear things that won't need ironing once they've been washed. And then I really wanted some shelving in there because everything was on the floor. So we got a 5-tier shelving unit from Argos, which I built one day. It was really easy and it's exactly what I wanted. So this has got things like our toolbox, our excess cans of pop that won't fit in the fridge. It's got stuff for the dog. It's got weed killer, the things that I need to keep out of Stitch's reach basically. And then that is pretty much what we did to the utility. I would like a shelf over the washing machine that my dad's going to do soon that will have the washing pods and the fabric softener and things like that on it, so that it's not on the windowsill or in the drawer as it is at the moment. But the latest bottle I've bought doesn't fit in the drawer, so it's on the wire shelving at the minute. So I'd like a shelf above the washing machine, which is actually how the previous owners had it, but their utility was set up different to ours. They had a crate for their dog, and I don't like to keep my dog in a crate, and they also had an extra fridge freezer in there, and I don't know why, because we cope really well with just the fridge and freezer we've got in our kitchen. And if you didn't see the kitchen, I will leave a card up above. But we found that we don't need as much space in the utility as we thought. There is a little loft in there that we haven't used yet because we use the loft in the main part of the house, but that is just where I do my washing, so the majority of the space is taken up by my 3 clothes areas. If they're not outside in the summer, they will be inside in the winter, and they take up all of the floor space basically. So just to recap, this is what it looked like when it was empty. And this is what it looks like now. I love that there's like a coat rack because it's got my outdoor coats, and it also holds some of my washing / ironing when it needs to. So that was my utility, which means that this video is done. Like I say with every video, please don't tell me how you would have done it or how you think I should do it, because I'm showing this to you as I consider it finished enough to show you, even though I might change bits, and I would be quite offended if you told me that you didn't like it. Like, if you don't like it, just keep that to yourself. It's my home, I'm happy with it, and I don't take criticism very well, I must admit. But that is my hallway and my utility, so all that's left to show you is Joe's office and my office. So you will be seeing Joe's office next week and my office in a little bit, because the editing of that one is just huge. I think it's the one I've got the most footage for, so I'm struggling to get that all tied together. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Comment down below what you think of it, although please be nice and respectful of my feelings. And I will see you on Friday for another video. Have a great week, and I will see you on Friday. Bye, friends.